Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful Tweed Head Bowls Club for the Gold Nugget Invitation Prestige Singles for 2019. It's day 2 and we're looking to play Game 4. And Game 4 will be a ladies match between Zalina Ahmad from Malaysia playing Kelsey Cottrell, whom you all know of. Have with me Barry Lester. Welcome, Barry.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be back. I'm a massive fan of Lena Ahmed, 3-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist, world champion, and yeah, I guess a highly respected player from all around the world. And she's done a lot in the game, and
she just
very fierce
took
competitor.
The game up to Joe just then. She was trailing for quite a while, but she just hung in there and just really made a big game out of it at the end. It's very good.
And these two have had some great battles over the years. Kelsey Cottrell, she's done very well on these greens over the years, and I know she'd be looking to do well again this year. Both players right down the centre of the rink early on, with Kelsey holding one. The sun's just setting. Temperature's just dropping. I'm on the app at the moment as we speak, and we're down to a beautiful 19 degrees at
it's chilly
at 20 to 5. 19 degrees at 20 to 5. Beautiful.
Well, that's chilly for us.
Yes. No, I'm not complaining.
So thanks very much for joining us again, folks. We're pushing the numbers up already on the first end, and Fraser Maguire's watching, Dave Baker, Genevieve Delves, and we thank you for watching and sharing with us, and don't forget to get everyone on your Facebook out there for a share, and send us the likes. Ask us any questions you want. We've got Barry here. He'd be only too happy to answer them for you, and we'd like to know where you're actually watching from.
So we've got a bit of shadow coming over the green from just the grandstand there, but it's very predictable, this green. It's playing really nice and clean both sides, as you can see there. Just turning in nicely. Just unfortunately turning Kelsey's bowl up, but green speed's just on 14.5. Kelsey holding 2 here. I know she'd be wanting to get off to a good start. Late in the day, it's quite testing, especially with the new schedule.
Yep.
Quite testing on how you manage yourself, not only with your bowls, but away from the green. How you stay fresh and try and
stay focused and
correct.
Yep.
Great shot, Kelsey. So it's 20 to 5 in the afternoon. You'd like to think they'd probably still be out here around the 6 o'clock mark. So staying hydrated, making sure you have something to eat, either now or during the game, something to snack on. All those little 1%ers that go a long way to getting you over the line throughout the game.
So I think it's got a pretty good bowl here. Just going to go through.
Well, there you go. Sometimes you've got to actually try and bowl through that hole.
Yep, aim for it.
Yeah, and if you're a bowl narrow, you get the shot. If you're a bowl high, you get some contact there. But over that distance, actually getting through that hole, it's a little bit unfortunate, really. But Kelsey Cottrell, absolute dream start, holding 3. Probably 2 feet of room to draw for another.
Yeah.
Not much.
Just land on her own and sit.
Yeah, no drama in trying to really attack this, really, in terms of on the draw. Just try to a nice 18 inches out on a nice kind line. The lights will start taking effect soon once they're turned on. Just pulling up short.
Yep. So that's 3 for it. Good start.
So Alina has gone with the undergarment with the compression wear, and Kelsey's wearing a hooded jumper from her club. So you can just see, just got to the stage now where you need an extra garment to keep you warm, but still, for those Tasmanians, Victorians, New Zealanders, etc. at the moment,
they're the ones up here in short sleeves.
Yes, it's still very nice. I noticed in Perth the other day, 24 degrees in Perth. They're having an amazing winter.
Yes. They had an amazing day yesterday. Did you hear about their storm?
No, I didn't.
8 inches of hail.
Wow.
It was bizarre.
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of those, what do they call them, Arctic blasts or something.
Okay.
Yep, and I think down south's got it now too, Melbourne and parts of the snowfields.
Okay.
So you'll be happy to be here this week.
Yeah, something to look forward to on the way home.
Yes, when you hit.
I'm back on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be playing.
Got Pennant Saturday.
Pennant Saturday, Beenleigh up at Beenleigh. So
my old club. Yep.
So nice club up there. The big supporter of my my wine range. So thank you, Beenleigh, for supporting Bless Wines.
That's good.
And nice great start there for Lena.
Very nice.
So both players choosing the wide side. There's a little consistent sort of easterly. Well, it's been a bit of a northeasterly really
it's been
today.
A bit different today.
It's funny. When I played earlier, that when I was standing at the 6 foot mark, right up against the clubhouse down here, my cloth, the wind was blowing towards the flags that were blowing towards me.
I saw you do that, and you looked up and you went.
So I'm looking at flags blowing towards me, and my cloth's blowing towards the flag. So so we all know it, but obviously with the northerly wind today, the wind bounces off the clubhouse and then works its way back up the green. So these are all the little secrets to trying to find your way around here, and for those that have played here a lot over the years and had success, those are the things you've got to stay conscious of. Kelsey having a little jog after this one.
Yep.
Doesn't want to take too much weight off, but try and disturb it at least. Can she get down to the jack?
Underneath it.
What a shot.
Oh, great bowl.
Very close.
She's set up for the next bowl. They're still holding one.
Got a game going on next door. Shannon McElroy playing Aaron Tees.
Yep.
Aaron Tees leading. He was leading 8-3, but now 8-5. Shannon McElroy picking up 2. Next door, Natasha Scott playing Christina Christic. Christina Christic 6-3 up. And Ryan Bester playing Aaron Wilson. The Commonwealth Games rematch. Wilson up 5-1. So some really good games going on.
It really is. The field's just fantastic. It's just people watching before were saying, where do you go in the world to go and see all these people playing on one green?
I'd be interested to know, asking the spectators, when they see the draws and the names, is there a certain player they seem to, gravitate to, or a certain, male or female, or do they stay parochial and sort of, stick by the state, Victoria, New South, and so on? Yeah,
bit of both, but I think also in awe of the names they've seen playing Commonwealth Games and World Bowls and World Champions, they come out to see them, and it's, rock stars of bowls, mate.
I saw Karen Murphy was playing alongside me earlier, and a few of her shots she played and results she got, I know the crowd really got in behind her, and I'm sure there's no doubt there's people in the crowd that have watched Karen
for years.
That's right, and and she's a sentimental favourite, and so she should be. She's been coming here for 20 years and always gives back a lot to the sports, Karen. So. So we just go over with the remaining other games on the rest of the green. Kurt Brown's playing Ben Twist, former Australian Open teammates, and Lindsay Clark playing Joe Edwards. So the Wilson-Bester game, I think, could be... Well, it won't take long. We know that's...
we thought that with Teasy too, but it went longer than we thought.
So they've already got to... Well, Wilson's already got to 9-1. So that's already high scoring, really. 10 shots in, I can only imagine 4 or 5 ends.
Yeah, they kicked off first, but still, they haven't played many ends. So. It's one is in.
Yeah, so that's now 3-1. So
she's off the mark.
So roughly about 25 metre length jack here. So the mat's quite high and the jack's pretty short. So it might be a tactic for Lena, maybe just to try and find her rhythm. But interesting sort of to note that where the jack is currently is a very similar spot to where she just dropped a 3 on the first end. So Interesting to see how she goes here. Sticking to the forehand.
Good weight. It's hello to Rodney and to Kathy. Stevie Sale from Helensvale. How you going, mate? Thanks for watching. And Rodney Hitchcliffe. Let us know where you're watching from, guys. We'd like to know how far afield we're reaching.
Nice shot, Kelsey.
Lovely.
To Genevieve, I'm sorry, it's a Shiraz at this stage, but looking to expand as we go.
And which region are they from?
It's a Clare Valley Shiraz and a Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc from Ant Moore. So
an each way bet there, mate. Yeah.
Proceeds from every bottle sold goes to disaster relief, which
Wonderful.
is a great cause. We're asking, as an ambassador for disaster relief, anyone out there running any club events, tournaments, charity days, please get behind disaster relief, as in any money raised through that event, you will be supporting other clubs going through hardships.
Case of wine for a raffle would be a nice idea, wouldn't it?
It is, yeah, that's right. No, we try to give back as much as we can wherever we can, and it's interesting to hear and see a lot of clubs out there running events where they're having raffles and finances are involved, and they might want to say 5% of any proceeds on that day can go to Bowls Australia Disaster Relief, knowing that a club out there is going to receive that money and put it to good use if they've been through some hardships. And it's just sad that we do go through them in terms of any fire damage, flood damage, etc. And it's a great cause, and we want our clubs staying fit and healthy, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, Gold Coast actually contributed to the relief fund down at for Townsville.
Yes, that's right.
Very happy to do so.
I like that aggression from Kelsey,
Yeah.
knowing that she had 2 seconds,
Yep.
and she's just missed under.
Just asking how far how much room have I got to draw at the back?
A nice angle there. I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. You can see next door the bowls. Shannon McElroy holding 2 next door. It's a good angle actually just to see a player lining up plus what's happening next door.
And the yellow flash was it's easy having a run at it. Not a bad bowl. Not a bad bowl.
So Kelsey Cottrell is really keen to know whether she's 1 or 2 down here, because it does change her weight control. So does she go quicker looking for both bowls if she's 2 down, or still play something similar? So she does go bigger, Kelsey Cottrell, but she's under the line. There is a result begging.
She could get this.
She's just missed.
A bit full. Needed an edge.
You got to hand it to our markers and officials, scoreboard attendants. They've been out here all day since day dot, and some still marking and being officials now. So it's long days, not only for the players but for the officials. And yes, we speak about sponsors a lot, greenkeepers, etc. But volunteers actually giving up their spare time to put into events like this. That's where it really matters. And they get front row seats. they get the front row seats to these great games.
We always love being able to mark in the open and places like that. It's just, you see it, right as you say, right in the front row. It's great. We don't have a bad job either, even though we're volunteers as well, being able to sit here and watch this.
So we've got Raymond Preddy from Wallen, Victoria, and congratulations to Wallen recently installing some lights.
Ah, good.
Yeah, I know that they put a lot of hard work and time and planning into that, and finally got their lights up. So that's brilliant, brilliant to see.
Not a cheap exercise either.
It's not cheap, but they're so cheap to run now. So
yes.
If you can get some people on your greens, that's right. Yeah,
it's great.
If you can get people out there playing at night after work and school, it's you can really get a lot of good use out of your lights.
A lot of clubs don't realise that there's grants out there too that you can apply for, and to get get things happening at your club?
Well, the thing I've always looked at is, you drive around a town or a community or an area at night, and you'll see netball courts lit up,
Yep.
hockey courts lit up,
Yep.
football, soccer. You'll see all these courts lit up. So, bowls clubs deserve it too. And if you do, like you said, you do all the right homework and do all the right planning. There's a bowls club in most communities and doing great things for the local area. So they need their lights, and
Absolutely.
people love the game. We've got 600,000-700,000 regular participants out there every year giving this game a go. Let there be light, as they say.
Yeah. Absolutely. Not sure if Kelsey was happy with that one. So, David Barker, thank you. Gail George, thanks for your comments as well. Craig Long, Glenn Roy.
So we've got Lena is on the backhand again.
Yes.
Doesn't want to crash on Kelsey's bowl.
She's going to.
Just missing there. I think that'll force Kelsey to the forehand. So for our viewers, you'll just see here the forehand for Kelsey, definitely a tighter a line. It's just where the wind's coming from at the moment. So you'll see Kelsey up on a tight line, probably only, about 3 feet. She looks to be in the area. Just needs the weight now. So it's a good little pathfinder with her first on that forehand. So 2002 Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Lena Ahmad from Malaysia, and backed it up in 2006 at Darebin in Melbourne with another gold medal. Back-to-back singles gold, and then in 2018 women's pairs at the Gold Coast gold medal. So has proven herself on
track record.
Yeah, proven herself on the Gold Coast greens. Very, very steady performer. Got all the armoury, great shot play from draw to drive to all the weighted shots. But really made a name for herself back in 2002 on the slow greens in Manchester and Darebin 2006 of going tee to tee on the 40-metre length greens and really testing out her opponents under that sort of game plan. So, but it's a different environment here. And Kelsey Cottrell's proven herself on all those conditions too. So she looks good here. Kelsey wants the jack. Well, she's played it well.
Beautiful ball. Beautiful.
So taking out 2. So it's 2 to Kelsey. So from, I reckon, 2 down to 2 up.
Yep. Good turnaround.
And only a second bowl on that forehand too, just to correct that line with the same weight.
Yep.
It was lovely. Great shot.
Aaron Tees, I think, is he 10 to 7? Or I think it was 10 yet.
Aaron Tees next door, yeah, he leads 10 to
7.
7. Shannon McElroy has, well, he's got from what I can see, he's got a really good head of bowls there. Unless Aaron Tees got one hidden in there somewhere, I can't see it.
And Natasha Scott's at 5.
Natasha Scott, over Christina. Yeah, 7-6. Aaron Wilson leads Besta 11-3. Lindsay Clark leads Edwards 4-2. And on the end, we've got Kurt Brown locked at 7 apiece with Ben Twist.
Oh, good game. Good game.
We're longer end here, around about 33, 32 metres. A bit longer than the previous length, heading in this direction. So Lena Ahmad out on a good line.
Yeah, you got a good bowl here.
That's a good open up. Kelsey Cottrell on the forehand. Pretty good line.
You got a comment, Pie Man? Someone likes your streaming. Dave Baker. And Robbie says, thanks, Dave.
G'day, Bakes. Thanks for tuning in, mate.
Yeah, these cameras we're using now are much better, and they can bend, twist and zoom, and that's what they're for, and that's what we do with them. And the replays are fantastic. It just has lifted the standard of our streaming.
So we've got Genevieve Delves tuning in, saying Kelsey and the 4 girls up against Malaysia last year Com Games. It was a great game. I think it was the semi-final or quarter-final. It was a great game at night. Genevieve recently won the Australian Open women's pairs with Dawn Heyman. I saw that game live, and what a cracking game that was.
Concentration there.
Yeah, very robotic delivery.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of hours gone into that technique.
Yep. Many hours.
So on the backhand, just looking to work up
just
under that bowl, but just a bit quick. That's in a good area.
Good area, good home, yes. So Kelsey be just looking to arrive in the front or just under. You could still draw the shot on there.
So we're just seeing a little bit of pace come out of the green now,
yes,
which is
expected.
When you start talking around 4:30, you know that just a little bit of pace naturally comes off the green. Well, Kelsey's looking for the jack here. She's very close.
Oh. Wow.
She had the ability, could afford to do that with having 2 seconds, bowl through bowl or jack in the ditch, but still finds herself one down. So the lights are on. They just turned the lights on at, what time is it now? Right on 5 o'clock. So they must be on a timer.
I was about to say there's a timer on. No one's that accurate. Although Tools runs a hard shop, so
he's a good operator.
He could be saying not before but right on, and they will obey.
Yeah, I think it's good timing, really. You know,
it is. Well, you got to get time to adjust and the lights.
So most players now have sort of reached for a vest or a jacket of some sort. It's just got just a little bit fresh. The breeze hasn't dropped off yet. That's, I think, reasons why.
Yeah, the chill factor's a little bit there.
Yeah, so we're currently sitting at now 18 degrees, and within the next hour or two we'll get down to about 16. But overnight low of 13. It's sometimes the warmest it gets in Melbourne, 13. But I'm not complaining.
Do you live near Mulgrave, or you?
No, I live in Mentone.
Mentone, okay.
Yeah, I live near the water in Melbourne.
Yep.
It's
we haven't got a bad run to work, haven't we?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, but unfortunately, we do get a few fresh days over the winter. But you get to get through the wardrobe. I like to get the old warm trench coat out, or get the selection of clothes out. But
I've got my son living in Belgrave.
Okay, yeah, that gets cold out in the hills. Wow,
that's a bit nippy. And he says, "Why don't you come up and see us, Dad?" I said, "Not just yet."
Yeah, so
that's why we moved here.
Yeah, so my brother Tommy T-Bone Lester's tuned in. Good to see you watching, Tommy. Did I have the heater on or the aircon last night? Well, it was the aircon, mate. Do you know why it was the aircon? I had to cool off from all the excitement watching the Aussies win the cricket.
Yes.
I was getting a bit excited.
Yep.
What a great win, Aussies.
Was a great win,
beauty.
Yeah, I just must imagine if Nathan Lyon takes up lawn bowls.
Oh, I said it the other day. I said, I reckon day 5, give Nathan Lyon the ball. And when we saw the ball moving around like it was, what a great win. So
great win. Yeah, the chanting sort of quietened down a little.
Yeah, it didn't it? Yeah, the look on the crowd's faces when there was a wicket was priceless, absolutely priceless. So well done, Aussies, great win. I got a little story regarding a cricket player, Chris Lynn. So Chris Lynn, he plays in the Australian T20 teams and so on. He had a nan. His nan got a green named her after up in Brisbane, and used to grow up going down to bowls clubs and being around his nan. So just goes to show that it's such a community sport, and we've got family and friends involved in this sport. We usually know someone involved in bowls,
Yep.
and hence the reason that it's such a great game for everyone. So Kelsey,
after the juniors this week, we're in good hands, I think.
yeah, no doubt. So Lena Ahmad,
Beautiful bowl.
front toucher. Kelsey Cottrell with 2 seconds.
This is what they say, crack an egg, isn't it?
Yeah, she's sticking to the backhand. Probably wait to stay on the green, I would have thought. She doesn't want to go overboard, but just to bump into the bowl with
into it, just
4 feet of weight.
Yep.
She's chasing after it.
she's
It should drop hard from there, I would have thought. She now needs to reach. Needs more weight.
Got it.
Okay, so just lacking a touch,
Oh,
but a great effort.
well, probably would have got a result even not on the right line with that weight. She just had to.
Yeah, that's
Crack it.
right. So Cottrell now is leading 5-4. Quick run around the grounds. Aaron Tees playing Shannon McElroy next door. And Tees leads 15-7. These players aren't marking around. That's high scoring, 15-7. And Natasha Scott is locked at 8-all against Christina Christic. Aaron Wilson 14-4 up against Ryan Bester.
Wow.
Lindsay Clark 6-3 up against Joe Edwards. And Kurt Brown leads Ben Twist 9-7.
Ryan couldn't do anything wrong last game. He was right all over it.
Yeah. It's like I said before. It's I guess it's how you manage the short break.
Is any difference along the rings? Have you found any playing differently?
Not too much. Not too much at all. No, I think that the western side, so to the viewers to the left side of the rink, is definitely the tighter side across all hands on all rinks.
Okay, so the rink we're on here.
Yes, just seems to be a Gold Coast thing I'm seeing over the years, that if you're playing north-south on the Gold Coast, 9 times out of 10 the wide side is the beach side.
Yep.
Now I'm only guessing, but majority of the time the wind is coming from that side as well. So, but yeah, definitely here this green's very, very predictable, very true, but there is a wide hand and narrow hand due to the weather conditions.
Yep.
But it's picturesque, this bowling green, the way that
It's set up well.
the artwork with the sponsors, the signage around the green. It's set up beautifully with the sponsors' logos, and then even just signage. Look at that, the clubhouse in the background.
Yeah, it's great. What people don't realise is the people upstairs and in their little viewing areas are, Turles was saying, they were sold out, those seats, about 9 months ago. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So, shortish end here.
Don't forget to share this post. If you're tuning in, you haven't actually shared this post. If you share it, your friends can see it. It gets the sport of bowls out there. That's what it's about. One easy click of a button and your friends get to watch what you love.
Not a bad start.
That's a good start. It's in the catchment area. Both players choosing to use the wide side, so the draw line's sort of around that 5 to 6 feet line with a 14.5 second grass.
What bowls has Zalina got?
She's using Henselite. Kelsey's a Drake's girl. We've got a good array of pretty much every product here this week. Next door, we've got Aaron Tees playing Shannon McElroy, and they've had some great heads, but we've also seen a fair bit of aggression.
Yep.
And Aaron Tees is leading 16-7.
Tash is having a good game there too. 9-8.
Yeah, Tash has now hit the front against Christina. Shannon McElroy's had a good couple of days. seems to be in a bit of form, but obviously with the quality of field, Kelsey Cottrell just missing under there.
Underneath.
You can see the angle of the bowl finishing on, so for the viewers at home, easiest indication to know which is the wide side and narrow side of the green is just how much of the face of the bowl you can see. So you can see all blue on the stickers.
Yep.
You can nearly see all the red on Lena's bowl as well. So if you can only see maybe half the stickers, so once again this bowl coming in here, you see nearly all the sticker. Just showing you that the angle of the bowl that's coming in means it's on quite a wide side, versus if the bowl was coming in on that narrow side, you wouldn't see much of the sticker at all. So it's a pretty basic way of doing it, but
yeah, it's good.
So you'll see this turned quite sharply, looking very good.
She's got a bowl. Oh, well, yeah.
Great shot, Kelsey.
Back too.
It's enough for one, I would have thought.
She's got one. She's let one.
So you can see the angle there. You can't see the sticker just yet, and then the wide side of the rink just turns in. And it's a front toucher, so
yeah, she's sitting on one.
This is one of those shots that's you're 5-all, no need to panic. You can play weight here and take all your own bowls out and drop a number, but I think the safest option is just to try and crack an egg on the backhand.
Play the backhand?
Yeah.
Oh, she can just spit it out.
That's right. Shouldn't be able to see your own bowls on the backhand. You see,
going to let go.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There is a hole there. Oh.
Great effort.
You know, over that distance to get through that hole, it is unlucky.
I think as you said, you aim for the hole. Well,
pretty much. You know, it's if you're nominated to go through that hole, you don't do it. It's that degree of difficulty, and to get that result, so it is what it is. But a great attempt, only one down, but Kelsey's got a little bit of room here for another.
Well, she could sit those two bowls of Zalina's at the back, and if she's just a little more weight, wouldn't matter. Doesn't want to hit her own bowl, but
Kelsey getting a lot of bend there. You can see, once again, you can see all the sticker on that bowl as it finished.
Yep.
So 6-5 to Cottrell. Neville Jenkins there marking. Former Victorian, been living on the Gold Coast for a long time now, Nev.
Yeah, he has.
Not the only Victorian up here.
There's a couple of us.
Yeah, it's great to see. I must admit, I'll shout out to Kira Burke, a Victorian, only moved up here 12 months ago to win the Junior Golden Nugget and many other things over the last 12 months. She's really settled in well. It's great to see. And well done to Jared Davies winning the boys Junior Nugget.
Yep. So, let's know from Kelsey.
Right on line.
Yep.
It's probably nearly our longest end for the match.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a longer end and just a couple of foot short.
Yeah, it'd be all of probably 33, 34 metres this one. So Kelsey just finishing 3 foot short there on line. That's a nice start for Lena, mate. Really making the most of that room there and knowing the jack.
Bowl. Beautiful bowl.
Spectators in the background just with their arms crossed and just trying to fight a little bit of chill. Yeah.
They're locals.
They've had it so good for so long, and there's just a little bit of chill in the air tonight, and it's nothing too much to worry about.
Still in shorts, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's still very nice.
So.
Okay, Lena Ahmad. This is where she can really get to work.
Yep.
Long ends. And that's 2 bowls inside 18
Beautiful
inches.
Weight. Beautiful weight.
So Kelsey Cottrell just looking for the same line, just nail that line, try and find the required weight. A good start would be just to try and beat that wing bowl for second.
It's second shot. I think she's in the zone.
Needs contact now.
Yep.
Well, this might work. Well, that's a good second anyway.
Very good.
Good shot from Kels.
The Wiz is watching. Hey, Brett. Be on his way home probably from the big house there, as they call it. Yeah, it's a good bowl here. No, he's dropped it short. It's the commentator's curse again.
Yeah, it can look halfway. It can look like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And because of just that, you can see the flags in the background.
Yep.
Those flags are probably causing maybe somewhere around 4 to 5 feet of weight difference and maybe a foot or 18 inches of line. So when you can think you're going all right, just the way that flag's blowing around can be the difference between 3 or 4 feet of weight. So Kelsey will be looking to work off her wing bowl here. It's a bowl and a half short of jack high, so it's got a lot of value. But she's turned her back on it, so not liking it.
Zalina's bowl. And your bro's giving you a weather report there.
Yes, weather back in Melbourne. Yeah,
Maximum of Melbourne.
Yeah, this time of year it's really hard to fly up and down from Melbourne to Gold Coast because you're in real warm clothes when you leave Melbourne. You land on the Gold Coast and you're sweating, so you got to strip off. You get back to shorts and t-shirt, and then you wear your shorts and t-shirt on the plane flying back to Melbourne, and then when you land in Melbourne, you've got to quickly put your pants and jacket on. So
trackie on quick.
it's quite difficult, but you got to be prepared.
Well, Zalina's got a pretty good bowl here. Oh, have a roll. It's one more to Zalina. 6-all. Looking pretty good. It's looking at the score next door. It looks like it's 17 to they're in the tees and 6 to McElroy. 17-8. Thanks, Robbie. So shortish end again from Zalina. A very good start. Beautiful bowl. Front resting just about. So thanks everybody for watching and sticking with us, and send out the share button on the to all your contacts. What a lovely bowl from Kelsey. How cool was that? What a lovely bowl. Mark is saying that she's still up on the blue. So Kelsey's drawn the shot there. Yep. Great bowl by Kelsey. Zalina needs to reach on this. It's just got the edge of it. Yes, good. Good result. Yeah, it is a quality game, David. So, Kelsey's changed hands here to see if she can just tuck this in. And hasn't quite reached it. Similar bowl. He's looking to slip in underneath here.
Okay.
Oh, good effort. Look at this. Great bowl. Great bowl.
So Lena just playing a nice attacking weighted shot there. I think the head set up really well for her. But unfortunately just kicked the jack out too far in the open. Kelsey's really made the most of that. It's a great shot.
Oh, good reply.
And chalk. So quick around the grounds. We've got Ben Twist playing Kurt Brown. Kurt Brown leaves 12-7. Lindsay Clark is now 11-5 up. Aaron Wilson, well, Ryan Bester is clawed himself back. It's only 14-12 now.
Wow, that's good.
Wilson's way. And Natasha Scott is down 9-12 against Christina Christic. And I think I just heard a jack break. Yes, we have. Yes, in the background. So Ryan Bester has just broken a jack in half. And it wasn't even one of his real quick ones.
You want the biggest half, the one that counts? Or you
there you go. There has been a lot of weighted shots played here the last 48 hours. And Ryan Bester, you can add that to the collection. He split that jack completely in half. I know what I'd be doing. Signing it and add it and maybe raffling it off or something.
Well, it could go to the relief fund, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that. I was with a friend of mine at a tournament last year, and he drove and broke the jack in half, and we both signed the jack and it went for $700 at a charity event for someone who was going through a real time in need. So
wonderful.
Any way you can give back
Fantastic.
is the key. And it's a massive bowls community out there, and we all need each other's support.
Now, Kevy Anderson's on deck. So
Aaron Tees has really got his tail up now. He's starting to run away with that one. 21-8 against Shannon McElroy, and Shannon's been in good form.
Yeah, he has. Done brilliantly.
So Kelsey decided not to go with that long end again. It didn't seem to work previously, and it's a good length, and that's a great starter.
Good start.
So it's a Faye Anderson. The jack's replayed, so the end's replayed. So as far as I know.
Someone thought, where does it go? And they said to the jack repair shop.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's a enterprise out there for you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a question I'll probably raise, actually. In 2019, why are we still having jacks break?
Yeah,
what I mean?
With the materials that are available nowadays.
Yeah, it's and I'm not asking anyone out there to come up with a way to improve it, but I just don't sort of see how in 2019
synthetics and things nowadays.
Yeah, I think we've got a way we can fix that or get around it. So there you go.
There's less bowls being chipped and likes with different techniques and whatever. So
no doubt. And I know they look. The jack might be sitting on the back of a bowl. Someone might hit the jack when it's up against an object, being a bowl, and it jams and the pressure's increased. But I just thought with this day and age, jack's still breaking. It's a tough one. But anyway, I'm sure there's
interesting to ask Mr. Hensley what they make those.
Well,
is it different? Or?
Any manufacturer, but I guess someone even external to bowls. There's probably something out there that currently exists where it is unbreakable, and it can still produce an object like a jack at the same size, same weight, and it's unbreakable.
And keep its shape.
Correct, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's it's just an observation of mine. I must admit probably thought about it a couple of years ago when I saw a jack break in half, and I'm like, really? This day and age? Surely someone hasn't come up with a better idea.
Well, the old days, I might have used a leather one and it never breaks.
So Lena Ahmad, she's got a bit of room here, 18 inches, just to try and draw the shot. Well, needs to. I think it's just gone a bit heavy there. Okay, so Kelsey Cottrell, well, she has got a little bit of room, but I think knowing who's got shot or not really makes up her mind what hand to play.
Yeah.
So if she's down, backhand, she can afford to sit that bowl, but make 3. If she's got the shot, well, she doesn't want to move the jack, so having a good look at the head first. So Kelsey Cottrell lining up on the backhand. If she hasn't got shot, she probably can make 3 here. Needs to get down now.
It's got to come quick. And it is. It's not a bad bowl. Very good bowl.
David Baker, great call, Baz. Oh, well, I'm just putting it out there, Bakes, but you're a man that's been around. It's one of those things. Jack breaking envy, Baz. Ha ha. One of the best jacks I've ever broken was actually here at Tweedheads Bowls Club. I drove and it went up onto the staircase and exploded into parts everywhere. I've actually got it at home still. It was weird taking home a jack that was about 30 pieces, but because I hadn't broken too many in my career, it was something I did choose to collect. Yes, yes. So it was quite funny. We were walking around the green picking up tiny little bits of jack, but my mentor, John Snell, OAM, tells a story when he played in the Richmond Union Master Singles many years ago.
Yes.
There was about 8 or 9 jacks broken in the one event. So, Lena Ahmad, so close, perfect weight. Just trying to trail the jack for 3 and just shaving it, but Kelsey will take the one and run.
Well, I used to play pennant with Snelly's son, Rowdy.
Yep.
Croydon.
Yeah. No, he's still going strong. John Snell, 85, I reckon. He might be.
Where's he living now?
He's in Lilydale.
Oh, he's gone to Lilydale, has he?
Yeah, he's in Lilydale.
Club.
Yeah,
Yep.
So John Snell, former Commonwealth Games, World Championship, great of the game. He's still doing what he does best, and that's play good bowls. And he's using the bowling arm now.
Okay.
And doing really well with it. Yeah.
Thorough gentleman too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's the best.
Fantastic
Old
guy.
Snelly.
And the Middleton still down in Mitcham?
Yes, yep. Bob and Peter.
Yep.
Bob's not playing these days, and I'm not sure about Peter. I haven't seen Peter around for a while, but
yep.
Great bowls family, and they definitely put a lot in the sport over the years.
Certainly have.
So Kelsey really finding that wide side now, forehand.
Right on line.
Yeah, back to the road. Both players continually choosing that wider side.
Yep.
Just probably get a little bit more value for their weight, choosing the wide side. You see picking up the
good
jack.
bowl here. What a lovely shot.
Okay, Kelsey Cottrell. I think we might see sort of something similar weight-wise. Target's
Just
probably...
just going to be slide underneath, I think. Just good effort.
It's in the catchment area.
Yep.
So both players not really giving much away at the moment. It's only really coming down to either who's holding or who can convert. But the heads have been tight enough that no one can really get away with a multiple.
Aaron Tees only needs one more shot for game. 24 he's on.
Well, I can't keep up with that game. They're going so quick.
It's fast, isn't it?
It's what are we looking at? It's 5:30.
Yeah.
And
he must have an appointment somewhere.
Yes. They are not taking their time at all, just getting through that game.
Jeremy was saying too it was his shout, so it might be, he might be wanting to get in there. Kelsey got this ball, got her own. No harm done. She's still 2 down though.
So Lena Ahmad here. Well, the thing about Lena here, she's got 2, and that's fine. That's a good thing, but it's quite a wide target for Kelsey. So we've got the jack and 2 bowls plus a gap in the middle, so it's pretty much nearly a 4-bowl target. If she flops off the outside of this, you're looking at there is a little bit of a gap there, but it's still quite a wide target.
Yep.
So that gap is a bigger gap the quicker she goes.
Yes.
So does she swing backhand looking to trail the jack for 3 or 4, or does she go big to look to clean the bowls out or kill it? I think it might be real big weight here.
It'll be interesting to see what she does. While she's doing that, Owen Lockett's looking to making a flashing jack. Hey?
Yeah,
just like the bails in the cricket.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Have you?
We produced something a couple of years ago, with an LED light inside it.
Yeah.
Really good for school bowls and. Yes, we saw. Right. We sourced a few different companies and spoke to a few different people just for something. If you want to play at night maybe in a classroom, turn the lights off in a classroom. You can roll a bowl down the green, down the carpet that flashes. If it gets knocked, it flashes. LED lasts.
Be good for barefoot bowls.
Yeah. Lasts about 30 hours. And then we would just try and get to the stage where it had some bias and so on. So these are all the great innovations in the sport that we're always looking at, and it was quite interesting to see it actually. I remember I had it in the passenger seat of my car. I drove around a bend and all of a sudden looked to my left and it's lit up, and so it's quite sensitive. But it was 30 hours of LED light. So 30 hours is a long time considering it only flashes for 30 seconds a go. So it's they're all the things that I'm a big fan of bringing all that on. Bring it on. If we can get to the stage one day, if you're rolling a bowl down the green or in some form of school event or social event where it flashes and stuff, why not? More colour the better.
The kids are going to love it. Especially the younger ones. They'll jump right onto that. I saw a barefoot bowls where you would have seen this, I'm sure, where they've used the fluoro neon lights, paint the bowls fluoro colours.
Yes.
And at night they just glow. It's quite a spectacle.
Yeah. We even went to a centre in Melbourne that did indoor cricket under blue light, and we got the bowl out there, and it would glow in the dark under blue light, and it was and they wanted to look at running programs under blue light for bowls because they already did it in cricket. So there's some real good stuff out there, and it's. I love the innovations. Just don't have to look where the bowling arms gone the last 10 years.
Yes.
To where they were, to where they are now, and
absolutely. And it's kept all those people back in the game, or kept them in the game.
I'm a massive rap for the bowling arm. The amount of people out there that have got existing injuries or got new injuries, and they can keep out there playing this great sport. The more the merrier. So great shot, Kelsey, on the back end.
Lovely shot.
That's a nice reply, especially after you drop a multiple. If you can respond with your first bowl, that's a really good mark to say you're not going to move on from that last end.
So we in district we applied and got a grant to pick up every bowling arm you could get.
Yeah.
Of every size and every length, and we appointed a specialist bowling arm coach to go to the clubs and run seminars and film them, people showing them how to use the arm and the likes.
Yep.
And places like, for example, Beenleigh, where you were going on Saturday, they had something like 34 people signed up.
Wow, that's great.
It's amazing, and that's just shows you what those people are playing the game that may not have been playing if they hadn't attended that.
Yeah, and to think of the thousands and thousands of people out there that have different injuries from accidents or the way they were born or whatever, to think that they probably look at bowls and go, you know what, I can't actually step out, I can't lean down, I can't actually hold a 1.5 kilo object in my hand, all those things I cannot do, but you're telling me I can grab a bowling arm,
go out and be competitive,
and go out and enjoy this great sport that everyone else does.
Yep.
Well, okay, where do I sign? So
exactly.
We are the most inclusive sport in the world. There is no doubt about it, and the bowling arm is a true testament to that.
So there was a measure there for game, and Shannon got the shot there. So another end will be played. Teasy's helped up the umpire. Good on him.
So we see here, I think Kelsey has got the shot. She can touch the jack around the corner and potentially make 3 with the right weight. Just missing high. Well, I like that weight though.
Yes.
You see the greens really lit up now. The lights have taken in full effect. So Lena Ahmad from Malaysia. Out on a nice line. She's stalking it. Needs to pull up now. Well, that's a great shot. It's going to be enough though. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's enough. So around the grounds, Aaron Tees leads Shannon McElroy 24-8. Yeah. And that's proving to be a big win if you can get over the line very soon. Christina Christic now up 15-12. Even Natasha Scott. 14 all, Wilson Bester.
Well, he's come back well.
Lindsay Clark leads 13-9 over Joe Edwards. And the end rink, well, Ben Twist, Kurt Brown. It's a tough one to see from here, but I reckon it's 11 all, maybe 12-11. But
that was 2 to Kelsey there.
Yeah. You got to be careful when you roll the jack. Sometimes you can take out.
Be careful when you're marking too.
Correct, correct. Yeah,
got to be aware of it.
Yeah, the anticipation.
You don't walk down the centre.
No. So Kelsey Cottrell on the forehand. As we see, this should turn in nicely. Probably pick up the jack.
Yeah, nice.
That's a great shot.
Great shot.
So pressure with the first bowl. That's so important. And when you get it beyond, you've got that one in the catchment area. So Shannon McElroy's just sat Aaron Teese's bowl for 1. Brown 13 now. So, yep, 13-11. So that's on the end of this green. So that's on.
But the camera's on zoom there. Right
pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the centre camera, was it, Robbie? This one here.
Great work. Yep. So Lena Ahmad right down the spine of the rink with her first bowl. Just needs to take 2 feet of weight off. And she's done well here.
Looks like she has just similar weight.
It's another good bowl though.
A great bowl.
So Shannon McElroy still survives. 24-9 now. And just a reminder to our viewers, shots are very important. Shannon McElroy would not want to be losing and conceding that amount of shots being sectional. So 24-9, he'd be really desperately hoping to at least get into the double figures.
Yeah, every shot counts in this.
I don't know where he sits at the moment in terms of shots, but hopefully he, for his own sake, maybe claws it back to a dozen. But it's hard going knowing his opposition's on 24.
It's a bit of a stray one there from Zalina.
So it's funny how this head, if this head was in an event where the respot came into play, Kelsey would be going to the back, no doubt about it, because the jack would end up on the tee. But Kelsey's got 2 options: either draw to count or cover the back. So and cover where she thinks it may stay in if it is to go backward.
She's just drawing, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Play under that front bowl of hers would be excellent bowl. Yep. Good ball.
So that's enough for 2, if not 3.
Yep, 3 shots is the marker.
On the drive, Lena Ahmad on the forehand, and well, she's collected 2 bowls out.
2 out.
But still finds herself 2 down, I believe. Kelsey Cottrell. First to get into those double figures. 10-9 now, maybe 10, could be 12.
There'd be 12, I think. It was 2 shots.
Yeah, we'll soon know. So 12, so first milestone's out of the way, reaching double figures first.
So do you sectionalise your game, Baz, when you're playing, or do you just...
Yeah, I do
as
in
far as
most.
getting your line, your small aims to, get to 10, get to 12, 15.
Yeah, if I've got off to a bad start and I find myself something like 10 or 12 to 4 or 5 down, then I start thinking, well, it's okay, just try and get to 15 first or 20 first, and then I flip it around the other way. If I've got off to a really good start, if I'm 12, 5 up, all right, get to 15 first, and don't worry about obviously 25 or so on. So, and then I think what comes with that is a little bit of patience.
Yes.
Just not trying to chase the bigger picture and trying to get to 25 first.
Too many scores early.
Just set little mini goals. And the same with pennant. Pennant bowls, I try and go out and try and restrict my opposition to a certain score, and I always think try to think defense first and go from there. And we're not all perfect. Some days it works, some days it doesn't, but it's good just to try and go in with that approach. And
Kelsey's holding a nice bowl, nice shot here.
And it's great to see Kelsey's first bowl having a high effective rate here. It's really shaping her ends up, getting that first one in there and creating the rhythm from there. Another lovely good bowl.
Keep sharing with us, guys. We really appreciate it. We're over 500 viewers right at this as we speak.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's really great. And just let us know if you've got any questions, shoot them through to us. Also, give us the likes with it and share this off with everyone you know. Still half a game to go here, so there's a fair way to go before this will be over.
Great shot, Lena. Well done. That's enough for
Beautiful
one.
Bowl.
It's funny, the little things in bowls. Now, if that bowl falls down...
She's down 2.
Well, no, if it falls down, she's potentially holding 1.
Yeah.
But it really does restrict Kelsey's opportunity to play a shot. But the fact the bowl's standing up and it's more exposed,
She can just...
Kelsey's got a much easier shot on, even though it's not an easy shot. But it's just a game of millimetres, this sport.
Isn't it? Yep.
And Kelsey's really in a good area here. She probably needs her own bowl now. Oh, there you go, just standing up.
Stood it up. It's... Still get the edge of it, but she's protected Zalina's bowl a little there.
So that game's finished. Aaron Tees defeats Shannon McElroy, 25-9. Ahmad on the forehand. She falls off that. She makes it, stood up again, but favouring her to hold third shot now.
Only one, Brian. I got the lunch for him, so I made sure he only had one.
Famous pies.
Yeah, he's the pie man.
I haven't had one yet, but I'll make sure I do before I exit the building.
Robbie's the authority on pies around Queensland.
Kelsey Cottrell, has she got more weight this time?
I think she has.
In the well, she could get it onto the jack. Well, she's played it great.
Oh,
wow, Kelsey. She might have made 2 out of that. That's a good shot. That weight control was... Oh, it's just the one.
Great bowl. So what shot do you play here, Barry?
Once again, I always think of respot for some reason, but we're not playing respot this week. But if there was respot,
you'd know your shot.
Yeah, you couldn't afford to take your back bowl out. But I think it's a timer, just a nice timed shot, 6 to 8 feet. Just trying to look to sit the bowl or trail the jack. Doesn't want to go real big and take her own nearest bowl out. So she is only one down after all. Jack down the line's probably a good option as well. But
just under the jack.
Good weight for it.
Beautiful.
Just a bowl type.
Yeah.
So one down's not the end of the world. 13-9. Yep. Kelsey's got 4 bowls beyond jack high there, which is a good sign, as the green would slightly slow down to be getting jack high beyond as the green slows down. It's a good sign. Definitely looks in rhythm. It's been a good game, really.
Been a very good game. They're way before this is over.
So Kelsey Cottrell forehand, jack length about 25 metres, not one of our longer ends for the match. Just really looks in rhythm for me, Kelsey. Yeah. There she goes again, that first bowl setting her up every time.
Right on, beautiful bowl. The concentration on Zalina. Just a little bit of breeze coming up there now. It's not too bad, but it's just pushing across the green there.
Well, Ryan Bester's got out to a massive lead here now. I couldn't believe it. I think it looks like 21-14 to me.
Really?
And Natasha Scott, well, she's in a really good battle there with Christina Christic. It can be anyone's that game.
Kelsey's just drawn and right behind the jack. She had one in front, one behind. Aaron Wilson 14, Bester 21. Yep. Zalina, great bowl here. Oh,
a magic effort.
She's come through that. There wasn't a rough room. It's amazing. Great effort.
Dawn Hansen, score please for Aaron Tees, just won 25-9. And just a reminder, all the viewers, if you want a comprehensive view at all the scores, all the results, just go to tweedheadsbowlsclub.com.au.
Yep.
And everything will be there. Make sure you like the Gold Coast Bowls Association page as well. Just like anything bowls, really. That's what we want.
Yep, that's what we want.
You name it, like it. Share it too. Get it out there. Okay. Something similar would be nice,
yep,
Lena.
Similar sort of shot.
Oh, lovely weight control here.
She's in the zone.
Can she get the jack?
She's in the zone.
Oh, my goodness. Bit of rare body language from Lena there. Just sort of saying, wow. She wanted to halve the shot bowl there just to give her a look at the jack, but... Well, Kelsey, I think her worst result here.
So we got Aaron Wilson's 14 to 22. What have we got there, Robbie? Sorry.
To say her worst result here would be the widen the target, but she's going to look like to go around the back. Just pulling up.
Did too. Yep.
Well, I'm going to stick up for Kelsey here. That must be slightly slower, that hand. I just couldn't imagine Kelsey playing two bowls a yard short when she's looking to sort of get beyond the jack. So
we'll just wait for this bowl and we'll go across the scoreboards, Robbie, once we've He's getting very smart now with his camera. He's got all 4 scoreboards up. So.
Oh, look at you go, Robbie.
3 more days to go, Rob.
Okay. Zalina on the forehand. Slightly higher.
Yeah, just a little more weight. 2 to Kelsey, I think, for sure. Yeah, have a look. Kelsey's playing with Jake's Pride. If Mick, I think we asked that question. That was just the one, I think. No, 2 shots. 2 shots to Kelsey. So it takes her out to 15-9. We might have a look at those scoreboards, Rob, while you... Rink 6. Here we are, Kurt Brown and Ben Twist, 17-16 to Kurt.
Clark over Edwards, 13-12.
Yep.
And Aaron Wilson, well, he got off to a great start.
Yep.
He might have...
Ryan was in trouble there.
12-4, I think he might have been up.
Yeah. 22-14 now to Ryan. And Tasha's a few behind now. She's 17-14 to Critics.
Christina just returning from a 6-week holiday around Europe.
Oh, she's back in form.
Yeah, it's good. She had a great time and good to see her get away a little bit from bowls and work, and that's what holidays are for. She's gone from the beautiful European summer back to the beautiful, well, it's not summer, but it might as well be.
Yep.
Nice warm Gold Coast sun. Okay, Lena Ahmad. Mat up. Jack just on the tee here. It's enough for 2.
Arrived on Kelsey's bowl.
Kelsey, see, as we see there, all 3 bowls so far delivered.
Yep. Right on line.
All 4, sorry. All down the middle. So players have really picked the line now. Kelsey needs to find some contact here. Just seems to be running a bit. Maybe enough for a second there. It's close, but... So the mat up and the jack on the tees just proven that all plays are beyond the jack. And I'm thinking maybe well into the 80% of the game, even nearly early 90s, would be all played on the one hand.
Yep.
And it's not saying the other hand is no good, it's just that there's a bit more value on the wide side in terms of picking your line and getting the weight right.
I would say Zalina has 2. Looking at that.
Yes, Lena does live in Malaysia. Works for, pretty sure she's a police officer, actually. So, flew out here on, I'm pretty sure she arrived on Sunday. So, been coming here for quite a few years now. Needs the jack, Kelsey.
Yes.
Just running again. Well,
Ooh,
that's enough.
That's enough for shot.
That'll do for 1. So,
big bowl.
Yeah, needed it. All 4 bowls beyond Jack.
Mm.
Worked her way under the front action. It's just most people, our viewers, are probably thinking, why did Kelsey play that hand with that bowl in the way? It's because of what she knows and feels confident with. She's played a lot of bowls on this particular rink in the last hour on that wide side, so very confident on getting that line instead of starting fresh on the narrow side.
Schedule tomorrow, Zalina, is already on the website at Tweed Heads Bowls Club. If you look it up, you'll be able to see the schedule. Starting tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So check that out, and you'll see who's playing who.
Well, our marker's reaching for the measure, and there you go. I thought it would be a measure. I don't have a favourite.
No, it's close. Just got a visual over the table here. That's yep. 1-2 Zalina, I'd say. Yes. 15-10.
So it's all over next door. Well, a couple of rinks away anyway. Bester has defeated Wilson. So that's our second match for this evening session finished. Aaron T's winning early against Shannon McElroy.
So I think Phil Thurls was referring to the final draw on Thursday. That's what we can't tell you. That's where he's coming from there.
So nice start by Zalina. Just 6 inches short of the jack, right on line. Once again, high majority of the bowls being played on the, what we'd call it probably the kinder side. And you can see the angle of the bowls coming in there. I think players are a lot more confident in getting their weight with more draw. That's the reason they're playing out there. The narrow hand is still a nice hand, but less results, I guess, with less turn.
Yeah.
Just a little bit high there, looking to sit Kelsey's back bowl. I think Kelsey will be just trying to repeat the dose here. Something similar. Try and sneak around the front bowl or flop in off her own bowl. Should be enough to get a shot. Classic delivery. Hasn't changed much really over the years, Kelsey's delivery. Well, there you go. That's a good result. Opened it up.
Result. Great bowl.
So consistent. So Kelsey Cottrell holding 1. Both bowls beyond the jack, which means there's a slight possible chance for a scoring opportunity. Or a multiple. Lena Ahmad. Well, just looking to be under for me. Now, does Kelsey play? Well, yeah, sticking to the forehand here. She'll want something in front of the jack or in the way. This is Zalina's trying to trail that jack out the side for 3. Kelsey is slightly tighter. Needs to hurry. Well, opportunity here now. 15-10 down. Do you go for it? Do you drive both bowls out for 2? Do you sit the bowl for 2? Do you trail the jack for 3?
Yep.
I think there'd be some form
Few
of
options there.
Yeah, some form of weight here. Doesn't want narrow. Doesn't want to fit narrow here. Zalina. Well, she is. She might be happy with that. There you go. So Kelsey Cottrell leading 15-10, holding 1. Can add another here to go 17-10 up. 2019 Golden Nugget. Well, Kelsey Cottrell, she said, I'm going to try and trail this jack for 3 or sit the bowl for 3.
Yep.
We see a little bit of weight here. Doesn't want to finish high of that nearest bowl of Zalina's. And as you can just see, that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Oh, she's got the knock.
Well, she hasn't, has she? Oh, I don't think so.
She has.
That's the reason there hasn't been a high majority or many bowls played on that hand.
Tomorrow morning, what's scheduled for 9 o'clock at the moment is Ryan Bester and Shannon McElroy.
So that'll be a replay of the recent Asia Pacific's singles gold medal game, in which Shannon McElroy won, beating Ryan Bester. So a lot of rematches, a lot of players here. Yeah.
Well, it's the quality of the field too.
Yeah, we've had some really good games go on, and like I said, rematches of some great games played in the past.
So 16-10 now for Kelsey Cottrell, and interesting to see her length here. She plays.
The Kelsey's first bowls, I think, has really been the...
That's the teller, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been the factor, dominating factor here. And then forcing Zalina to try and play some form of recovery with weight. And that's what you want, really. You want to...
Yes.
You want your opposition attacking as early as you can. Good weight. So
nice bowl, Zalina.
Yeah, handy bowl. Just missing 2 feet of weight. I'm just going to have a quick look around. See, not many games left now. We've got 3 games that are finished up. Christina Christic. Her game's still going with Natasha Scott, having a measure. Well, Lindsay Clark and Joe Edwards still going strong out there. Lindsay Clark drawing another one. Really tight head over there.
Nice bowl from Zalina. Great bowl.
Lovely correction.
Yeah,
just
correction.
added that 2 feet. So Kelsey Cottrell here. Couple of options. Sit the bowl for 1 or 2. Trail the jack. Yeah,
yep.
just keep the form. Nice controlled draw shot. Adding a little bit of weight. Looks to be a real good chance from there. She's played it very well.
That's a good.
Perfect shot.
Great bowl.
Perfect shot.
Couple of inches.
So 2 shots to Natasha Scott.
Here's the drive coming up.
Yeah, it looks really good. Clean. Well, she's got her own on the way out. Well, that's it. That's our first dead end for the game.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep.
So on the backhand, single bowl target, but nice controlled backswing. Beautiful straight follow through.
That arm. Yeah, it's great.
Looking for the bowl clean, but just clips the jack on the way out. Chris Liefeld from Ballina tuning in. Great part of the world, Ballina.
It is.
I love my time spent there. Great club there on Cherry Street.
There we go.
Good fishing.
He's just got 17 all. It's Kurt Brown's gone to 24 now, and he'll be looking for that one shot to get inside. He'll be feeling the cold.
Once again, that first bowl, Kelsey Cottrell, right in behind the jack.
Yeah,
great
bowl.
starter.
Great bowl. Zalina's bowl coming in. Good effort. Another good bowl by Kelsey here. Look at this. Great bowl.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Just that consistency. That's what wins you games. You can have days where you play good or you play bad, but consistency is the key. And Kelsey's done that for a long time over her journey.
Yeah, good effort, Zalina. You needed to just reach that. Holding 2.
Okay, Kelsey, can she add another one here? Only a 1 bowl, sort of 1.5, 2 bowl target really as it sits now.
Going perfect line.
Well, I don't think that counts though, but all 3 bowls right down that middle of the rink.
Yeah, it's just probably out by a bowl's width. Zalina's just going to die under the head here. It's a bit short. She won't be happy with that one either.
No, probably that's the one that probably had to reach.
Yep.
To either get shot or disturb it.
Disturb it out.
And give her last one a chance. So it's still probably only really a draw she's got for her last one now, unless she wants to risk going at the target and taking her front bowls out.
Hmm. Kelsey can just hide this kid jack behind her bowl. Make it very difficult.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what her intentions will be here. Just some movement on the jack. That's her wait for it. She flops off the back one. She's a chance. Well, she might have actually. Yeah, she knows it. I think she might have gone from 2 up to
1 up.
Just the 1 now. Oh well, gave it a chance. There was an opportunity there.
Yes, it was.
Numbers don't come around very well today, and you know, in this level of field, you know, to try and create a number, well, you have to look at some of these heads, and like this head in particular, all bowls sort of inside that 4 feet range. Try and pick up a number against the high quality field is what it's all about. Welcome, Brett Spur. Mate of mine from Victoria. How did I go today? Well, lost to Jeremy Henry by 4. And Gary Kelly by 5, mate. So, sorry, not quite flying the flag too well for the Vicks, but
they weren't big numbers, that's the main thing.
Well, yeah, I must admit, yeah, it's when you're playing the guys of that calibre, yeah, you're trying to be losing by single figures, and trying to get any double figure wins up here is nearly impossible, as we see through the draw. Like I said before, seeing Shannon McElroy lose by 15 to Aaron Tees, it's just something you don't see very much of. But yeah, all high quality games, and there's been a couple of massive nail biters, as we saw last night. Ray Pearce and Gary Kelly.
Yeah.
wow. Last game out by about an hour, finishing right down to the wire. Last bowl, Ray Pearce almost drawing the shot. A classic game. It was a really, really good game to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, went down to one shot. So important measure here. I know Kelsey will be looking to get to 21st, so if she can get one here, she's well on the way.
Umpire. Yep. So
our umpire couldn't pick one in our game today. You see a bit of that in singles.
yes,
Yeah, you see a bit of that. No score end.
scoreless end. Yep.
You can see from here that's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Reed James, home 8. Glad you're watching. Good luck on Friday night here. If you're coming here, it's Friday, is it? No, not sure where Reed's playing actually.
So if you just tuned in, as you can see, Kelsey Cottrell on the left of screen. She leads 16-10 to Zalina Ahmad from Malaysia. Lena, she's a really good player, won a lot over the years, and played against Kelsey quite a few times. They know each other's game pretty well, and does come out to Australia a fair bit, so knows the conditions. And this one here, it's a measure for shot. Both bowls about 6 inches away. As you can see, the umpire chocking the bowl, so there's no movement. No movement when there's a measure used. So what do we use? We've got the calipers. Okay, feeler gauges.
So once Kurt's got a big supporter down the back there.
So that game's still going strong. Kurt Brown, Ben Twist. Ben Twist scoring on the previous end there. So
Reed's going to be reserve. You'll have a good day then, mate. You won't play a bad bowl.
wow, not much in this one.
He's close.
There you go, Kelsey Cottrell. So
Kelsey's done it.
17-10.
Yep.
Just that little bit closer now to 20. That's what she'll be looking for.
So Kelsey's thrown a reasonably short end.
Right on line
Yep.
again, just missing the weight by a couple of feet.
That's all.
It's probably one of the biggest openings Zalina's had with her first bowl, Kelsey being away that far. Usually chasing from the first bowl, Zalina, but she needs to make the most of that room that Kelsey's provided. Just
Yep.
falling short.
As well. And a bit of breeze straight down the green too.
It's hung around all day, actually, that northerly. It hasn't gone far at all, really. At different times it's blown more, but great correction,
Good
Kelsey
correction,
Cottrell.
Kelsey, look at that. Oh, excellent.
So I've timed the green just shy of 14 seconds. So that's really
Still,
good,
it's pretty
considering the there's a bit of moisture in the air now.
Yep.
And the sun's been probably behind the horizon now for a good hour. So to be able to get 14 seconds out of the green, that's good going.
Is
wow.
Oh,
just
really didn't want that.
won't be happy there. Zalina's just missing that line on the forehand. I know it's turning a lot for the pace, but trusting it somehow and just trying to believe that it will come back. As you see Kelsey there out in a high line, and she's looking to put it into a spot if the jack gets sprung out the back.
Yeah, two's good fishing at the moment.
I think bigger the weight, the better here.
Yep.
Take the fancy stuff out of play. She's been hitting well. She struck this well. Beautiful drive. It's a beautiful drive. For a one-bowl target, she's made it look easy. Great. You can see how still her head stays. Right, looks straight down the line. Her foot pointing towards her target. Beautiful.
Textbook.
So I think Kelsey, what's she going to do? She's going to go bring the bowls back. So, she nailed it with her first two all over the jack, and she wants to do it again now. So I would have thought she'd try and roll the jacks into a similar position and try and repeat the dose. Joe Edwards and Lindsay Clark still going at it.
Yep.
They've had a good battle. Christina Christic, Natasha Scott. Christina Christic's trailing Natasha 17-20.
Yeah, good start from...
Well, Kurt Brown has just trailed the jack. Now, forgive me, I only just saw the end of it. I've just glanced over to see what was happening in the Ben Twist Kurt Brown game, and Kurt Brown has trailed the jack out the back, and I reckon he's trailed it to win the game. So we'll get confirmation of that soon, but...
Well done. Well done.
So Kurt... It's a good response from Kurt because didn't have the best session this morning or a bit earlier in the day.
Yes, right.
I know he's playing against Aaron Wilson, but that's a great response for Kurt.
25-20. Lindsay Clark, 13 to Joe Edwards is 18.
Ben Twist and Kurt Brown, former teammates in many events going back in the day when Ben Twist used to reside in Queensland. There you go.
Zalina.
So finally sort of just put it out there and started to trust it. And she's got rewarded with two really good draw shots. So she's gone from a 2 down, Kelsey nailing it, to now killing it and then being 2 up. So
see the reverse now.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Play those weighted shots and then responding. So this should dip away. Yep. So you can see the harshness of that draw. So it's really hard to play that arriving weight on a real harsh drawing hand. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelsey nearly gives that up now and either tries to dead draw it on her backhand or go quicker.
Go hard. Yep.
Now that target's quite wide now.
Good effort.
I think she'd be very stiff to get that hole on her backhand. Backhand straight at the jack. Well, she's going forehand. Well, it might be forehand with big weight.
I would have thought backhand, but obviously got the shot in her mind.
So it is forehand. She's played this well. And jack.
Oh.
Well, she's made one out of it, I believe. Kelsey. It's a good stroke in the area. Oh, if it's not one, it may be 1 down. It's big reduce, though. Potentially two or 3 down.
The marker indicated 3, so it's good change round.
So just clip the jack on the way out.
Not just 1, he says.
So that's a good reduce there for Kelsey. A potential 3 down to 1 up now. Zalina looks like she's playing weight here. Well, I'm not sure about this shot, but it can be a quite tricky little hand, that. looking for the cannon, or Kelsey's bowl clean. Well, Kelsey's bowl's been promoted, but
could be 3.
Couldn't tell you whether it's been promoted.
For the positive or negative.
Yes. I think it should be 1 to at least, Zalina. That might be it. Yep. So Jack
one.
Yeah, Kelsey's bowl got pumped up, so.
He was lucky there. Lucky. It was a good effort by Zalina too, but they just needed a fraction more weight to push it out further. But
so the crowd's just gone wild in the background. Joe Edwards has played a shot against Lindsay Clark, and she's put the jack in the ditch and sat right on top of it. And Lindsay didn't even have to bowl her last bowl. It was an unbeatable bowl. Joe Edwards, jack in the ditch, sat right on top of it. So a little bit of don't argue from Joe.
Yep. Yeah, good first bowl, Zalina. Just a couple of feet short. Right on line.
Yes, boys.
Need a bit more weight.
Okay. We're just seeing here quite a... Well, not... I would have thought about 10 to 12 feet longer than the previous end, this length. And just that first bowl pull up. That's a nice opener for Joey or Kelsey. Almost 30 years of age now, Kelsey Cottrell. Been playing for Australia for half of her life. She's been playing for Australia half of her life. I wonder how many other sports people out there can say that. I've been playing for Australia half of my lifetime.
And doesn't look like stopping at this stage. Great bowl.
That's a lovely reply.
Oh,
look
lovely
at the
reply.
Look at just that line, just that correction in weight too. So Kelsey trying to sit the jack-eye bowl here. Should turn in there. Oh, she's played this well, Kelsey Cottrell. Look at that for a shot.
That's precision. Precision. You'd get dropped, Robbie, if Kelsey could play with Ryan. Eh?
Look at this, perfect weight.
Absolutely perfect.
Just to sit the bowl, touch her over the long ends are handy too, when your bowl's near the ditch.
My word.
And Lena on a lovely line again. Oh, she got the weight this time.
These girls. No.
Enough for second. So Kelsey, can she touch the jack for 3 here? Really try and push to get to 20 first. Oh, great line again. Just needs the right weight now, Kelsey. She is close here.
Coming home.
Oh, that's brilliant bowling. Look at that for a shot.
Well done, Kelsey Cottrell. That is amazing bowls.
Free entry, ladies and gentlemen. Free entry to come and watch this standard.
This was impeccable. Absolutely impeccable.
Just press the replay button, and there it is.
Look at that.
Well, I'm a little bit confused here. I'm sure Lena's not confused. She would have made up her mind by now, but it's either forehand with large weight looking to drive her bowl through the head, or backhand sit the shot bowl. So, okay. So it's a high degree of difficulty, but for these players, it can make it look easy sometimes. Backhand with 3 or 4 feet of weight looking to sit the wide bowl. And looks a little bit high to me.
Yep.
That's
the intention. But
good weight, good intentions. So Kelsey, 2 feet of room for the counter here. That's that 20 we spoke about. Get to 20 first. Yeah, any touch of the jack can make 4. Definitely make 3 if she just passes that front bowl. Needs to turn. Her weight's good. Well, she gave it a chance. Touch of the jack at that weight would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been looking for 4 shots. And have a look at the third. Two it is. So we're 19-11 now. That was just amazing exhibition of drawing that, wasn't it?
Magic. Christina Christic drawing another next door. Holding a good head there. Holding 2 shots. Natasha Scott is on the attack. And let's rip. And she has smacked another jack. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Tweedheads Bowls Club. Another jack. Well,
one for the boys and one for the girls.
And the sad part about and I mentioned it before, that's just a bowl hitting the jack. Nothing else. And it's it's a little bit. From a bowling point, it's a little bit upsetting. I must admit. You play a good shot, and you get the jack, and to see it break, and you don't get rewarded for it. Jack in the ditch. Should be sitting next to it in the ditch, and it's broken. Yeah. And it's like I said, it's not. It's not. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's.
You might go back to it later on.
I could only imagine if you were down game and you had to drive the jack in the ditch and it broke. That's probably where I'm trying to go with this. It's not good. Not good to see. Anyway, so Kelsey, and again on the forehand,
nailed the first one.
She's just in rhythm. You can see both players are in rhythm, but Kelsey's really enjoying this forehand. Oh, that's a great shot.
More chalky. See some weight here, I think.
I wonder if there's a money back guarantee too, because I know jacks aren't cheap. I wonder if the club can put in for a refund there. Show the receipt.
Might have to do an X-ray on them before we take them out for the games or something. Find any hairlines. It makes you think that there would be something there to just make that crack open like that.
No doubt. It probably some form of residual effect,
And unfortunately, you do hear jacks getting dropped on concrete and stuff.
That's right.
And you've only got to have a hairline crack in it and not know, and then the players hit it, it's going to break.
Zalina has 2/3 here. She can look to run the bowls out of the head or the jack. Just playing
persisting.
Something controlled.
Yep.
That's pretty good to there. Needs to turn now.
Corrected this pretty well.
Oh, that's perfect. A bit stiff to flop out.
Another couple of feet of weight on that would have been given her the... Yep.
So Kelsey Cottrell got a good opportunity here. Trail the jack for 3. Or land Zalina's shot bowl, which is jack high for 2 or 3. Backhand with weight. I'm thinking somewhere around about the sort of 8 to 10 feet of kind of weight. And
yep. Welcome back, Roger.
He's in the area.
This is a good bolt.
Needs the jack now.
Get the edge.
That's a good effort.
Yes.
Natasha Scott score. Yeah, no problem.
There we go. She's got it there, Robbie. 21-19. And so close game there, but Tasha's just got a nose in front.
Looks to be holding a couple on the head too also, Natasha. Christina's got one to come. So Zalina switching to the forehand. Just pulling up short. Good line.
So we've got a viewer with a theory here, Baz. I reckon it's the tailor bowls that are doing the damage.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Don't test the jack, test the bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. I'm not quite sure, mate. It's just maybe a coincidence, but you just don't see it. We've yes, Aaron Tees did win, John, but you just don't see much of it these days, and it would be good if
No, I'm sure
we don't see any of it really. I
sure
just
it's nothing to do with the bowl.
no. I was wrapped when they introduced the heavier jacks for the outdoor synthetics and so on. It was great, you know. Back in the day, on a windy day, the outdoor jacks on those synthetics would roll around.
Yes.
And little improvements of the game over the years. Indoor heavy jacks as well.
Yeah, not a bad start from Zalina.
Very good. So 19-12. So first at 25. Zalina requiring, well, not only much more shots, but requiring only just 2 feet of line there to nail the jack. 13.
Kelsey's just under here. Beautiful weight, but just under.
13 shots to 6. And sometimes you've got to look at it like that, but some people just literally bowl by bowl, end by end, and the score sort of looks after themselves.
Yep.
So Natasha Scott picking up 2 there.
Yes, falling short. Those doors open here for Kelsey to draw the absolute shot.
Just needs to hang on, Kelsey. She's back cut the jack for 1 down. Okay, Zalina Ahmad, forehand. Touch the jack around the corner would be really good. Try and hide it.
Certainly reached.
She's very good here.
Good
Just
roll.
want to fill the gap up.
Sit.
Wow, that is stiff. Kelsey Cottrell can't wait to get on the mat. Look at her go. She's up onto the mat already. Okay, I'm expecting fairly big weight here. Jack in the ditch or both bowls out of there. Here we go. Kelsey started on the wide line. Needs to get down. Bang. There you go. Didn't muck around, Kelsey. She saw that and eyes lit up.
So, Zalina would dearly love to be able to tuck this away.
Yeah, I think trying to draw another bowl is the key here that counts, but nowhere near the jack and 2 bowls. So somewhere like
In there.
that. Perfect. So it makes it hard to get all 3 bowls now. But Kelsey's got to make her mind up here now.
She's committed to it.
Yep, okay, she's committed. Jack's her best option now, or 2 bowls out. Oh, there is a hole there. She doesn't want the hole. The back one's, well, she's reduced. So from 3 to 2, that's good.
Yep.
You can probably accept 1s and 2s, but those 3s and 4s come back to haunt you.
So 1914. It was a good year, apparently, Robbie said. Born with youth on his side. Was that the year you were born, Rob?
Okay, Natasha Scott holds game for me. That's the way I see it from here. Christina Christic on the drive, on the attack, missing high. Well, maybe Tasha's only holding 1. So 1-2 Natasha Scott. So requiring 1 now to win that game.
Good start from Zalina here. Well,
Kelsey Cottrell just a slightly high, probably a half a bowl really, that's all.
It's a bit. A little bit higher, I think. No, it's coming home.
So just need to, just to feel a bit of wind change here.
Yep.
I know Kelsey's out on a nice line again, but it's not quite, it's still not quite ripping as much as it was. Just a slight wind shift. So the wind sort of swung slightly around, only very slightly.
Marginal, but enough to change.
From the west a little bit. So just enough to take the edge off that real wide sweeping hand. So these flags are now sort of blowing towards the southeast now. You can see a little bit turn
that's
there.
Finished then, that turn there.
Okay, Kelsey Cottrell.
Good line. It's the weight.
Needs to hurry.
She got the weight. She won't be liking that. There's Neil. It will be a little quicker than your English greens, that's for sure, mate. So held out there then. That's what you were saying, Barry. That breeze is actually it's picked up a little and it's really pushing across it a little more now.
Yeah, it's just pushing in from the west now, northwest, as opposed to sort of more so northeast majority of today. And Natasha Scott's just going to put the jack in the ditch to win the game. And you know what? We also see this probably too many times, but it's part of the game. It's come up the green and she's now down 2. So that might prove very interesting for that game.
Big bowl here from Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey. Great effort.
2 shots. Two it is.
So back-to-back multiples. 19-11, all of a sudden 19-16.
The gap closes a bit. So will Zalina stick with the length, same end length, or what she'll do? Tasha Scott 24 to 22. Lindsay's 14-21 down to Joe.
Well, Natasha Scott was holding. Oh, amazing shot. Wow, Natasha Scott. Natasha Scott was trying to put the jack in the ditch when she was 24-19 up. The jack's rebounded out of the bank and to then drop a 3. Finds herself now 24-22 up and holding 1 on the head. Says action aplenty next door.
Yes, she's going to fall away. Just.
Perfect weight.
Perfect weight.
Once again, most times in most games you'll see a player like Kelsey just draw that on the forehand and not worry about negating that front bowl, but it's trusting what you know and see. Confident on that hand. Kelsey can come down there now with 6 feet, 4 feet, trail the jack for 2, work off the bowl, knows what it's doing. And And that's what she's looking at, just slightly high. Wants to stay on now. Might have a bit of value later. And she's done that.
Yeah,
so that bowl's in the play now. Gives her a good look. And Zalina, it would be nice if she could change it up, but not quite.
Not quite. She got the perfect weight for it. She's just a little wide.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kelsey play a little bit more weight maybe this time.
Yeah.
Just take the bowl out for one. I'll get the jack back.
Jack back. Yep.
Yeah, solid for two or three. Looks to be a little bit more attacking.
It holds up.
Yeah.
Gonna run away.
Doesn't want to hit that bowl up. Well, I tell you what, it's just one of those results. You know, you bowl high, you're perfect. Bowl under, you get that kind of result. But the intent was good.
So, Zalina looking to just punch around the back, I think, if she could. So, should she hold these two? It's game on, isn't it?
Sure is, yeah. Kelsey's got a lovely shot on here, really. She's played so well in that backhand coming this way. I'd just like to see some more aggression. She gets the front. She gets the second shot bowl. She's takes
got that bowl here too.
That's correct. So she takes both bowls out for one. She gets the jack in the ditch in the right position. She can make 3 or 4. And I'd just like to see a nice backhand swinger. I think we're seeing forehand, which is still a good option. Okay. Just missing high. So all of a sudden we're looking at, I'm not sure about the wing bowl, but it looks to me like 2. Might be a measure for 3.
Could be 3. She's happy with 2, I'd say. Yep. Or did they agree to 3? I can't see.
2 there. So
2?
19, 18.
2. Yep. So Barry's gone for the Nana rug.
Yeah. The old greenkeeper's towel laying around comes in handy. Didn't think to pack a jacket, actually. Just a bit fresh now.
Even for Victorian.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You're acclimatising.
Yeah, it's all good. It's only, what is it now? 18 degrees, so it's all good.
Oh, freezing.
It's just that breeze, like I said, it's just shifted a
Chill
bit.
factor.
So Kelsey just needs to stick to her guns here. Zalina's lifted her game. Kelsey's just got to go with her now.
Great first bowl by Zalina.
She stayed patient, Zalina.
Yes.
She hasn't panicked and... So how games can swing.
Yeah.
And Natasha Scott next door was putting the jack in the ditch to win the game. It came forward to drop a 3. And now she finds herself down on the head, but up on the scoreboard 24-23. And she may only be 1 down on the head, but Kelsey Cottrell, big weight here, looking for both bowls or the jack. Wow, what a
1 bowl out. Yeah.
great effort.
Good reply. It's just out of the count.
Kelsey's got to decide what's the easiest shot here.
Yep. Try and draw it off, I guess.
Well, Natasha Scott. Natasha Scott, excuse me for having a giggle, it's just that she's turned her back on the bowl, and I thought in disgust that she wasn't happy with it, and you wouldn't believe she's drawn the shot. I think she's won that game.
Won the game.
I can't confirm. They are shaking hands. Well, there you have it. She's turned her back on it and shook her head, picked up the mat. So Natasha Scott gets up in a tight one. Christina Christic fought hard all the way.
John, you'll get the shot. You'll get the results of all the games today on the Tweedheads website. Just look up the results for the Nugget, and you will see the Golden Nugget results there of all the games that have been played. Hard to know if it's one or two shots there.
So Kelsey Cottrell could potentially be a 2 down here. Played a lot of good bowls in this forehand. She can turn her own one up once or twice. Just working off the wing bowl. It's got the right weight. I think it's definitely the right line.
Coming home off that.
It's a good shot.
Good
Took
effort.
the measure out. So all of a sudden, 19 all.
19 all.
Kelsey Cottrell needs to get off 19. Not that she's done much wrong. Zalina Ahmed's just gone up a notch, creating a bit of front end pressure with her first bowl. Bowls banter. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with bowls banter. It's picked a good game to stream. Fantastic. Yep, no doubt. A couple of legends of the sport. Okay.
Are we on the right line there?
Not quite. I was just about to say.
The cameras are.
So Matt's up about 4 metres and the Jack's just short of the tee.
Short of the tee.
So around about that sort of 31, 32 metre mark. Quite a long length end, this one. If Kelsey can get back on the Jack with her first or second bowl, just put the pressure back on Zalina.
Yes, John, Natasha did win.
Good track there for Kels.
Kels got here. Just a little bit big. That might be a ditch. Yep. So what can Kelsey do here? Certainly going to correct her weight.
Yeah, good line.
Yeah, coming home well.
Needs the Jack now. She's just having a bit of
just a bit of a lapse in her weight.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Just conscious of making sure she's up to this time of night. Green's starting to slow down, and Just needs that one good bowl again, like she was playing earlier, just to get the confidence back.
Good line. Zalina a little short though.
So just needs to find that line again, Kelsey. And he only has to finish jack high or even a foot behind for shot.
It's a better bowl.
Just needs to pull up. She's going again.
Going again.
I think she's a bit surprised that the green hasn't really lost all of its sting.
2 shots there at the moment.
So I'm not sure if you can hear our viewers, but the microphone's just picking up a bit of breeze. Is coming through the commentary box here now. It's just working its way in towards the clubhouse and its way back. But Kelsey Cottrell, well, 3 down.
Yeah, 3 down.
She's played a great line with her last bowl. Zalina's played 3 out of 4 right down the middle. Kelsey Cottrell needs to take 2 feet off here to at least get second or these shot. Big moment in this match. Who's going to score 20 the first? Good line. Starting to work in now. Oh, needs to slow up again.
Wow. He's just running on again.
Tip that back one in. I don't know if that helps. Could do.
Sure for it to be 2. Three, is it? Didn't quite get the signal there. See what he's got here, Robbie.
3 it is.
3 it is.
So 22-19 after leading 19-11. Pretty sure it was 19-11. Kelsey hasn't done a lot wrong. She's been in the area. Zalina's just gone up to a high level here.
Yeah, she's lifted her game very well.
But she's a fighter.
Yep.
Jack length about 30 metres.
Yeah, good start.
And nice start from Zalina there.
Julie Pikes asked, did Karen win her games? No, she didn't.
She won her last game today.
Last game, beg your pardon. She lost her first game and won her.
It was actually quite a classic match, really. Carla Krasanik was in a really good, strong position.
She fought back.
And she just kept fighting, It was actually quite a good game. I saw a lot of shots played next door. And, so, which we've seen a lot of, in the men's and women's.
Yeah.
A lot of games coming down to, who drove better or who converted better or who drew better. And
well, the first game that Karen lost, she didn't do anything wrong. She just didn't get the luck of the roll. She was playing brilliant bowls.
Yeah, well, Joe Edwards is still out there. Ray Miller. Joe Edwards is out there against Lindsay Clark. And we'll get that score up for you in a minute. It's just as that.
So, Karen's 2 wins, 1 loss after 3 rounds.
So, Kelsey Cottrell, both bowls in really good area there. In that catching area. She trails the jack or decides just to arrive with a little bit of weight. Both got a bit of use there.
Good bowl by Zalina. That's a good bowl. She just tucked it around. Yep.
Thank you.
22-16.
Yep, so Joe Edwards up there. And she's bowled her 4 bowls for the current end and sees herself maybe 1 or 2 down. So I would have thought. So needs the jack here, Kelsey.
Jack.
She's played it perfect for 3 shots.
Big bowl.
That's the beauty of having 2 bowls. Okay, they weren't the actual shot, but 2 bowls in that catchment area. Those 2 bowls there, not really good openers, in beyond the jack. Kelsey's just asking for it to get down. There it is, bang, jack for 3. Now, Zalina's got to now not only play to save 3 shots, but play it on a hand she hasn't played many bowls on. Okay, that's 2 to Lindsay Clark, so that'll be take her to 18 for the other remaining match happening tonight over there.
Zalina, this is a big bowl for Zalina.
It is. It's new lines, it's new territory. Hasn't been walked on or bowled on out there. Is it going to turn? Is it going to hold? Those are the questions.
Yeah, the line looks great.
Needs to reach now. She's played it well.
Oh, look at this. What a conversion.
Great shot.
Oh, well
Zalina.
done. Well done. Magnificent bowl.
So Kelsey will be going hunting at that.
Yes.
That
was
a good
pressure
shot.
bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't afford to be too high and wonder if it's going to come back or be under, and she played it perfect, really. The fact that the best result out of her bowl being there is the fact that when Kelsey is trying to get it out of the head, there's a chance she's going to take 1 or 2 of her own with it instead of the bowl being out on its own.
Well, typical example you said before about the wind. Those flags are dead down the other end of the green, and we're feeling it blowing a gale here.
Kelsey's very close here, looking
That's
for
a
the
good
bowl.
bowl. She got it.
Wow,
Oh.
Kelsey Cottrell, what a shot.
Big bowl. Big bowl.
Kelsey Cottrell backhand with solid weight, looking to get the bowl out clean and not remove any of her own, and she's done it absolutely perfect. Look at her down on her knee there,
Didn't
stalking
touch
it.
anything.
Perfect. Great
Didn't
shot.
touch. What a conversion. What a great end.
So we're back to 22 all now. So the jack's quite high up the green here.
Yes.
So it's probably about 25 metre length. And this one, so Kelsey just getting that first one in behind. It's a good starter.
Yeah, great start.
So a little tactic there from Kels, knowing that she just went through a little bit a couple of times, previous direction this way. Just putting the jack in a new position, trying to feel the weight.
Good reply here. Oh.
You'll see so often in a lot of games, players will drop a number or not have a good end, and you don't want to see them fall into the trap of the next time they're playing in that direction, roll the jack into the same spot. Kelsey's done well here. Jack into a new spot, new fresh start. Yeah, some good feedback on Kelsey's bowl there. What a bowl, bomb. Great bowl, Kelsey. No doubt. No doubt about it. They're the shots that get you to the top. Kelsey's played a lot of those shots in her time. So Zalina here, good opportunity to trail the jack or sit the bowl to make 2 herself. Just going through the hole.
Wow.
Okay, Kelsey,
nice
finishing narrow wouldn't be the worst thing here.
No.
If she can just finish, well, this is not bad either. If she stays on the jack.
With it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, she won't be upset with that. She's trying to change the head up to try and take away the damage for Zalina. So backhand it is.
concentration.
Trying to dislodge the shot bowl. Trying to open it up for her last. She can get some action off her own. Don't think that's enough, though. So, Kelsey, don't think she can make a 3 here. But most definitely needs another bowl in there.
Well, she could play the other hand if maybe and just pick that up, but I'm not sure if she can get in there.
Trying to get another bowl in there and not make it any easier for her opponent.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to say, oh, yeah, I'll come down on the forehand, draw another one, and you turn the shot bowl over and the opposition can see the jack.
Yeah,
okay, you might have 2, but...
Just giving him a free shot at it.
So Kelsey on the backhand. A little tap of the foot there. Doesn't want to open it up here. Doesn't want Zalina seeing the jack. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's superb.
That's made it harder for Zalina.
Indicating 1 shot.
And, well, looking at the wing bowls. So if the second and third shot bowls of Zalina Ahmad from Malaysia are removed somehow, Kelsey can score 3 here, I believe. Yep. So it's a weight critical shot. Kelsey Cottrell has first and third or fourth there. So these 2 bowls somehow removed, which is probably highly unlikely, especially if Zalina plays forehand. But I think she'll be just looking to arrive here, work off the wing bowls. They're there to be used. Okay, here we go. Out on a good line. Plenty of opportunities. She did actually put her foot on that bowl. Well, there you go. What an effort. She actually put her foot on that bowl, saying, I'll look to work off it.
Yep.
Kelsey's not grabbing. Yes, she is grabbing the mat. And she's keeping it. So, one to Kelsey Cottrell.
I didn't know she was just handing it
off. I didn't know either. So, it's a good recovery, really, to be 19-22 down and to get a triple and then a single to get back the lead. So, only 2 shots required for Kelsey Cottrell. What length will she roll here? She's
done that short length again. This way.
There's 2 shots required now. As we look over next door, Joe Edwards, Lindsay Clark, still going strong. Lindsay Clark chasing her bowl on the forehand.
Lovely start by Kelsey too.
That's a beauty. So Lindsay Clark, well, I think she might hold one there. That's what you want. One right down the spine. Short end here, 24 metres. Mat up, jack short.
Just can't pick it up. Good reply from Zalina.
Yeah, it's a great reply. Kelsey's got her work cut out to try and get another one inside that.
Just pick the track up here from the market. This isn't a bad bowl either.
Zalina Ahmad from Malaysia. Looking to just shift that shot bowl, if not expose the jack. Well, 2 out of 3 so far. Start building the head like that. Opens up the opportunity to play weight. Kelsey Cottrell, can she play another big one like her first?
Put a little more weight on it.
She can beat that wing bowl of Zalina's. Well, she's managed to do that.
Very good.
If not, if it's not second, it's third, which is very, very handy. Good header bowls. Look at that.
Great bowls there.
So Zalina Ahmad on the attack, looking to use the wing bowl. She's done that.
She has
and
She's
swiveled on.
sit.
Okay, so I don't think she meant to work off the widest bowl. As we can see, the marker's just in it. I think she's looking to come off the second shot bowl. It actually just sort of gets it away a little bit rough and ends up working off that wide one and collecting the jack. So there was nothing for narrow, to be fair. Yeah. Results were out on the wide side. Now Kelsey's got 3 feet to draw. On that nice high line.
Got that high line, yep.
Does turn quite hard from there.
She's got to get around it. Ooh.
Okay, so weight was pretty handy, just finishing high.
Yeah. She'd be disappointed in that one, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a foot narrower and she had the shot.
Yep.
Bowls Bander, high percentage drive. Yeah. Bit fortunate to come off the widest bowl, but definitely needed to be on the wide side. Big target and got the result. Now, can she back it up with a good draw shot here? She did one earlier on the backhand.
Within the metre, just about do it. And she has.
Is that enough?
Ooh.
Just pulled up there. Kelsey saying one.
Opportunity went there.
So
Zalina's popped the mat back a bit further.
Missed opportunity there for Zalina. Just getting the one there. Quite a lot of room really for her standard. 3 feet to draw for 2. Right, we're locked at 23 all. Okay. Zalina going to quite a long end here. It's around about the 30-31 metre mark here. So extended the length. Nice starter coming in.
Nice start too. Yeah, very good over that length.
Great shot, Kelsey.
Great bowl, Kelsey.
Into touch-up. Not a huge correction required here. A little bit more line, but just missing under and underweight.
Yeah.
So that bowl won't feature in the end now. So it's always difficult when you're trying to win the game or close it out. Always a luxury having a bowl, every bowl that still features in the end.
In the end, yep.
Kelsey Cottrell, well, that's another good shot.
Good
so
bowls.
Currently holding game, as we see. I know there's 2 deliveries to go, but that's all you can do. Put them in there. Okay, does Zalina stay on the draw or look to arrive? Make the correction required.
He's taking a better line.
Well, she hasn't sent it, so Zalina Ahmad.
There's not one bowl left to change things.
And she just drops the head there, Zalina, as we see in the background. Not happy there. So Kelsey Cottrell would love to be able to finish on the centre line, cover that jack, or even get round the back.
That's what she's opted for.
Well, that's 3 good bowls.
Yes.
Don't think it counts though, but it's in a good position. So Kelsey Cottrell holding shot here. She's gone from 22 to 19 down. Okay, on the backhand. Looking to draw the shot. Had a yard of weight on her last. It's pretty good.
It's a big bowl coming here.
She's done it, I think. She has. Zalina Ahmad. She's drawn the shot.
What? That's a big pressure bowl.
So, lovely correction. Now, Kelsey Cottrell, well, that last bowl is almost loaded on the second shot. So, that means any activity on that bowl, Kelsey could remove her own bowls. So, it's weight critical here. There is a forehand option looking for jack only, or it's backhand, sit the shot bowl, and jack down the line. She's played 3 already on this backhand. She would know it well. Okay, arriving weight. Okay, needs the jack now, Kelsey. She's not far away here.
Yep.
She's turning. She's turning.
Oh.
Well, I think she's one down, though. Needed another inch of that jack to take it back. So I think that's 1 to Zalina.
Yep, 1 shot to Zalina. That's 24-23. Great game. Great game of bowls.
Okay, the mat's only up a couple of metres here from the tee. Jack's only a couple of metres up as well. So we're looking at about 34 metres, quite long here. So Zalina's tried to stretch out Kelsey here. Hasn't sort of paid off just yet, but at least that bowl's up into the catchment area. See the clubhouse in the background there, all the lights.
It's magnificent, doesn't it?
It's brilliant. Huge establishment here. The best thing about Tweed Heads Bowls Club is they have always done so much for the sport and always put a lot back into the game, as well as put on amazing events. So Kelsey, that little bit extra length, just not reaching, just pulling up 2 feet. So both players, good lines, just need to find that magic weight now to try and close out the match. Cottrell requiring 2, Ahmad requiring just the 1. She's heavy again.
A little bit heavy.
So Joe Edwards and Lindsay Clark, they are having a tussle as well. I'm sorry we can't stream that as well, but we can give you an update score. And I'm sure it's one of those classics as well. Lindsay Clark holding 2. Joe Edwards delivering her last bowl. It's coming in. Not quite there, so interesting to see what the result is there.
So Lindsay's done very well there. And here's Kelsey's holding 2 at the moment. There we go, 23 all.
So 23 all it is. That's going to probably come down to the last bowl that game.
Zalina's yes. I think she's done enough there.
I think so, yes. Yep. One shot. So Kelsey Cottrell, minute correction required. The last bowl was right over the line. Just needs to find a foot of weight. even if she does
promote her own.
Yeah, that's it. And he only has to bump one of her front ones up here.
I think she's under it though. Just.
Weight was good. Jack high. Interesting to see what Zalina does here. She needs another one in there, but nowhere near her her shot bowl.
Change of hand, maybe.
Correct. Yeah, she needs. Zalina needs to put one in there, maybe on this side of the screen, inside that Kelsey Cottrell bowl. Can't afford to put two bowls together, or Kelsey will go hunting.
I think she's going to stick to her forehand.
Needs to avoid the front bowls, Zalina. Well, I tell you what, Kelsey Cottrell, this is your moment.
Yes.
Do you draw to stay in the game, or do you drive the bowl out to win the game? She's having a good solid look to make sure who's got shot. She just played a nice weighted shot then. Does she just add a bit of line, or she goes straight at that bowl on her backhand? Kelsey Cottrell, decision is all yours, and thankfully not ours. And then she's having a good look at it. It's one of those ones you can try and draw it, and you might finish a foot short, and you think, oh, maybe I should have went to the bowl. And then, you go the bowl and you think, maybe I should have tried to draw it.
There's a big hole there too.
It is. It's sticking out. It's quite vulnerable, that bowl. It's and Kelsey's just got to go with what she's comfortable with.
Yep.
So that's what faces Kelsey Cottrell.
Yep.
I think it's going to be backhand with weight here. Great look at it. So Kelsey Cottrell to win the game here. Backhand, looking for the shot bowl. She's not a mile away here. She's very close.
Very close.
Is it? Well, just missing. So Zalina Ahmad wins that one 25-23, unless there is a measure. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Looks like one for me. Kelsey might concede.
Yep. Well done. What a game.
So
what
great performance by both players.
Fantastic performance.
And Kelsey looks pretty tired there.
Yeah. A big day for him.
No, it definitely is. Pretty keen to get to a hot shower and some dinner.
Yep.
Very long day. Up early and then playing throughout the day. And it is now going on 7:20, so a long day for the players.
Has been. And Barry, I want to thank you very much, mate, for staying with us, and we've enjoyed your commentary very much, and I know everybody that's been watching has learned a lot too.
Absolute pleasure. It was a good game to be involved in, really.
Yes.
These two are absolute world beaters, so unfortunately there has to be a winner, and well done to Zalina, and well done to Kelsey, and well done to everyone out there for tuning in, and make sure you keep liking and sharing those posts.
Yep. So we'll be back tomorrow for 9 o'clock start, Robbie, isn't it? I believe tomorrow. So we'll be picking that up. And yep. So we will be closing off and just giving you a final on the other game that's on. It's very close there, so we'll stick with it till the end of that, because we can get the camera around. Joe's on the mat at the moment. Seeing where we get the camera around to the head there. So there we are. Looks like Joe's holding one. 23 all. Lindsay's measuring the shot there. So that's one shot for Joe Woods. So it takes it to 24. 24-23. So Joe's bowl was quite a bit heavy. Lindsay's response, very good bowl. Look at that. Great bowl, Lindsay. Just looking for Joe coming down there. She's overcorrected there. She's a good metre in front. There's his second bowl. Just gone past about a metre. Don't think she's holding to it. It's only one shot. So Joe's reaching that with a little weight, just slipped under the head. Can only show you the head, folks. It's a bit difficult to get the action shot of the delivery at the moment. Lindsay's drawn another shot, I think, there. So swapped over for Joe to have her last bowl. We'll just confirm that tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, and we've got Ryan Bester and Shannon McEnroy playing. So we've got another good match for you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So Joe's playing with weight. Removed one of Lindsay's bowls. Not sure if he's got two still, but definitely holding one. Barry Lester couldn't go home. He's gone down to watch on the side of the green, and you can see that he's feeling the chill factor. It has got quite cool here in the last hour. So, one shot for Lindsay. take her up to 24 each. Yep, 24 all. Lindsay's taken the mat up a reasonable distance. This game's being played on rink 6, which is the complete opposite end of the green that we're broadcasting from. So we'll be just keeping on top of the both ends and the head for Lindsay's looking to put the kiddie in the ditch. And kill the end. And you'll often find at this level the tactics are leading one, bring the mat up, put it on the tee and try and sink the kiddie into the ditch. Whether we'll see a repeat performance, we may well, as in if Lindsay decides to do it again. So Joe might be checking to see if she thinks this is long enough. She's going to call the umpire to measure the length of Jack. So while we're measuring this length, we just want to thank you on behalf of Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team for staying with us, watching the games. We endeavour to bring you best quality streaming as we can. We also endeavour to get the best quality commentators, and there's plenty of them here to be able to draw on. Some very good experienced bowlers that can share their experiences with the rest of the bowling world. And short length that was, just out by a foot. So again, we want to just thank everybody for sticking with us. As we said previously in this afternoon, if anyone's from our district and Gold Coast Tweed district interested in being involved in the media team, get in touch with the district office and we'd be more than happy to contact you. We don't have expertise here, we're all volunteers. We enjoy very much doing this work, and as we become more and more sought after, we need more and more people to assist us, of course. So if you're able to, if you feel that you'd like to be involved with us, as I say, get in touch with district, shoot us an email or a phone call, and we'd be more than happy to follow up with you. And we'll people that we look for, even those that just want to come out and help set up the equipment and help pack up the equipment. That in itself a very handy help for the crew. So Lindsay's first bowl is good 4 feet or so short. Joe's reply has drawn the shot. Again, plenty of room for either of these girls to get the shot bowl. So Lindsay's just pipped Joe there on the last couple of feet shy of the jack. There we go. Just waiting for the bowl to appear in the head, and she's shy again. So Lindsay's holding shot 2 feet in front. see the breeze blowing the little bit of plastic around there, so it's influencing the bowls, especially across that length. The wind has picked up considerably in the last 20 minutes. Which is evident in where the girls' bowls are finishing. They're just playing directly on that hand, directly into the breeze. So it's just influencing their weight. Jo's certainly played with weight here. She's played a reaching shot and sat right on the jack. Really good bowl. So then she's got one bowl here to convert. There you go, Kelvin. You're here to watch the last bowl. And she got it. And she did. What a great bowl by Lindsay Clark. Rolled her out. One shot. It's all over. One shot. Great bowl. Great game. Great result. Jo's got a bowl left. She just shook hands.
So she must have been holding the shot. Verify that on the scoreboard.
Just going to verify that on the scoreboard, folks, because the angle that we have here, they're not going to put it up for us. Kidding. One. It's all right. Okay. Goodness me, they've all been too quick for us. Well, the theory is that Jo had a bowl left and didn't play it, so we've got to assume that she did have the shot from that angle. We do apologise, but we're 6 rinks away here. Yep. Well, guys, thanks very much again for watching this. Get all the results. Go to the Tweedhead Bowls Club website. On the Nugget results, you'll see the scores, the results, and the current position of the rounds. We will see you tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock start, and looking forward to being able to bring some more magnificent bowls to you. I want to thank everybody that helped us out here today, and especially Robbie and his camera work, to all the bowlers that sat in and helped us on the commentary, and we will see you tomorrow. So this is Bob Denham saying thank you very much for being with us all, and good evening.